What's up, my lovelies? Good to see you today on this almost Thanksgiving Day, right? Only a few more days away. Raise your hand if this year is flying by. I know it is for everybody else too. I can't even believe how fast time is going. So if you've not been here before, welcome. My name is Lindsay. I'm a dragon queen, an artist, a tattoo artist, and I do spiritual guidance readings, tarot readings, and psychic work. Okay? I have some links below that you guys can check out if you want to see any of my other work. Today, I just tell you guys a little bit about myself really quick. Again, I wanted to share that I like posting these videos to help you guys because it's just tips of stuff that I've gone through. I've been going through my spiritual awakening for a few years now. I've always been pretty woke, whatever, but as far as like the last few years of my actual awakening and going through like dark night of the soul, you know, dealing with my shadow self, trying to be the best version of myself I can be, letting go of any traumas of the past and stuff like that, okay? It does take a while, you guys. It does take patience, all right, and understanding and forgiveness, especially with yourself. But it can be done, and it really is better on this side. I'm much happier. I look better. I feel better, okay? I'm able to help other people, and it's just a much more beautiful life than it was before. I was very depressed, angry. I had a hard outer shell. I was afraid to be myself, okay? Anyways, back to the video. Today, I'm wanting to talk about, you guys are out there dimming your light, right? We dim our lights very often, and we give our power away, when really that just comes from past traumas and feelings of unworthiness and stuff like that, okay, you guys? So I'm just going to give you a few ways, a few tips today, things to do that you can incorporate in your everyday life to help you come out of that and to just shine your light bright, unapologetically, okay, you guys? For one, let's start here. Do you hide accomplishments? Okay, do you have friends and family around you that you're kind of afraid to tell them that you maybe got a certificate in something, you graduated, whatever you accomplished, maybe you got a promotion, because there's a few reasons it could be. You're just afraid of, again, unworthiness, and you just don't feel you're worthy of it, so you don't want to share it with anybody. You just keep it to yourself. It could be that these loved ones around you are a bit bitter themselves, and maybe when you try to share something like this, they make fun of you, they ridicule you, and don't don't congratulate you and don't celebrate and support you, like a loved one should, okay, or like maybe you would do for them, okay? So for one, if you have people around you like that, when you share things of celebratory things, anything accomplishment wise, and they want to make fun of you and just put you down or try to make themselves feel better about it, stop sharing that stuff with them, okay? They don't deserve to hear about your joys and your accomplishments, and so you just keep it to yourself and share it with those that will support and celebrate you, okay? If that's nobody around you right now, then keep it to yourself, or just talk to your angels, all right? Talk to whoever, talk to your animals, talk to your plants, tell them, but don't share it with negative energies, okay? Do you find yourself going along with what someone says even though you may disagree? All right? I used to do this all the time. I just didn't like confrontation, right? I didn't want to get in an argument. I didn't want to hear their mouth. I didn't want to explain my point of view. Whatever it was, the reason that I didn't for that conversation, I used to do it, okay? So if you find yourself agreeing with what someone says even though you disagree, we got to change that up, you guys. You're giving your power away, and you're not being your true self. You're not voicing your opinion, and you're kind of letting people walk all over you in a way, okay? So make sure that you are saying, you don't even have to explain yourself. You can just say, no, I don't agree with that. You don't have to give a reason, It could be a point of view. It could be someone wants to talk politics with you or religion with you, and that's just not something you want to discuss because, let's face it, it's not always an easy discussion with our loved ones nowadays. And so, you can say, hey, I prefer not to speak of that with you, about that with you. It's just not a discussion I want to have. And, if they want to give you shit about it or anything, you can disagree with that. You say, hey, I disagree with you. This is why I don't want to speak with you about it. You can remove yourself from the situation, okay? Even if it has something to do with, if you're a parent and the other parent, you guys aren't agreeing on something, if you think the other parent is doing something that's, could be borderline abusive, could be just not good for the well-being of your children, okay? Speak up, you guys. Definitely voice your opinion. Don't be afraid to speak up, please. You're absolutely worthy, back to the worthiness of being heard, okay? Maybe when you were a kid, you didn't feel that you were heard. Maybe your parents didn't listen to you very much. Maybe they told you that children were better seen and not heard. That old tick. Whatever it is, make sure that you guys are, like I said, really thinking about why you're not speaking up and starting to override that past trauma, that whatever that reason is, that past fear that you're not speaking up on what you want, okay? Like I say in all of my other videos, you don't have to be an asshole about it. You can speak up and state what you want and what you prefer without, without aggression, without being offensive or anything like that. Just do it with love and compassion. Okay, it's not your responsibility to control how the other person reacts, as long as you're stating your point of view with love. Okay. Do you find yourself staying in uncomfortable situations? Too long, maybe? Relationships, friendships, even hangouts. What if you go to hang out at somebody's house? You could be a friend of a friend, right? Maybe their friend, you don't know them too well. You go hang out over there and they make you extremely uncomfortable. But you just stay there and remain uncomfortable and maybe possibly even scared a little bit because you're afraid to speak up or afraid to remove yourself from the situation, okay? Guys, I cannot stress enough how much we have to do this, is to follow our intuition and to follow these vibes, right, of being uncomfortable. There's a reason that your body is feeling that way, okay? It's again, you're giving your power away by saying okay, or just sitting there and going along with what's happening. Maybe you don't disagree, maybe you don't agree with something that's going on at the house or at the place, right? Like I said, you don't have to agree with it, but you need to remove yourself from the situation, okay, as safely as possible and as quickly as possible. I'm giving you permission to stand up for yourself, you guys. Sometimes we'll be in situations where we're speaking with someone, again with the agreeing with them, just because you don't want to feel uncomfortable or you're trying to make them feel more comfortable. That's another behavior that we have to work on, guys, because again, it goes back to giving our power away, right? Because if you're speaking with someone and you're going along with what they're saying just to make them feel comfortable, that's number one. It's going to kind of lead them on, right? Number one, besides giving your power away. So I guess it's number two. Besides kind of leading them on of them, you're not being truthful in how you really feel about something. So say they just want to go, say, hey, I want to go ride roller coasters. You want to go with me? And you say, sure. Maybe you are terrified of roller coasters and you don't like going to theme parks, okay? But you just said yes to make them feel comfortable because you didn't want to, hurt their feelings or make them feel rejected or anything like that. Nope, we gotta stop doing that too, you guys. Because what happens when you're not speaking your truth, say that person wasn't for your best interest or isn't for your highest good, okay? Universe, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, can't remove these energies for you if you're not being your truthful self and speaking up. If you speak up and say, no, I don't like doing that, I don't want to go, and maybe for some reason that person's like, oh, well, I don't really want to hang out anymore if you're not into that, right? That's fine. Bye. Okay, that person's being removed from your life for a reason. That's why we need to speak up every single time and speak our truth, you guys, okay? It's easily will weed out those that are not for our highest goods in those situations, okay? If you don't even get to a situation and there's somewhere you're supposed to go and you agree to go and before you go you just have a real uneasy feeling and you want to change your mind, but you're afraid to speak up and tell your friend that you don't want to go now, nope. Stop doing that too. If you change your mind, it's okay to change your mind and say, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this. The vibes are off, whatever it is. Maybe you want to even make an excuse and say you don't feel good. Okay, you can even say that if you don't want to explain the vibe thing to them. Again, you don't have to explain yourself. If you don't feel comfortable with something, you don't have to feel comfortable with it and you can remove yourself from the situation again, okay? There's a few things I wanted to touch on too, that people give their power away, and just even in small increments throughout the day. with things that people apologize for, I notice a lot of people apologize for things they didn't do wrong, okay? I know that you're trying to seem, I've done this myself, I still do it with certain things out of habit, but for the most part, I think I've corrected it to where I try not to apologize. If I didn't do anything wrong. Granted, if I did something wrong, if I hurt anybody, if I made a mistake, whatever it is, hey, my bad, whatever, I will totally own up to my responsibility and take credit for that. That's not what I'm talking about today. You'll see what I mean in a minute, okay? I even find other tarot and card readers apologizing for taking a sip of their coffee. You know what I mean? And it's even made me do it a couple times just from watching them, okay? So just make sure you're not apologizing for things you don't need to be apologizing for. We'll get to that here in a second. For one, being late, okay? We want to start wording things different because, again, saying I'm sorry and apologizing is like saying you did something wrong, right? That you made a mistake, that you hurt somebody. If you're late, say you're late to work, or say, and a good excuse, if you're just repetitive late, consistently late, guys, maybe we need to adjust your schedule a little bit, all right? Adjust your sleep patterns or something, adjust your job maybe. But if you're running late, and, you know, say you have a kid and your kid's sick or you had to take extra care of something, or maybe you had to take extra care of yourself and whatever it was, don't apologize for that, you guys. You didn't do anything wrong, okay, by showing up late. Maybe traffic was bad. You don't apologize for traffic being bad. That's not your fault, okay? You didn't do anything wrong because traffic was shit, all right? Even if you gave yourself enough time to be there, plenty of time, still that happens, right? So make sure that you're just wording it different so you're not apologizing. So when you get to your destination and maybe you're running a little bit late, or even on the way, if you're able to safely let them know, hey, I'll be a few minutes late. Thank you for your patience. Also, when you get there, say it that way too. Hey, thanks for your patience, you know, I appreciate it, and move on if you don't want to explain. If you want to tell them a little bit about what happened, that's fine, but don't start making excuses and explaining away, oh, I'm sorry, this is no. Thanks for your patience. I appreciate you waiting. And, you know, if you need anything, let me know. But let's get to it, right? No big deal. Most people will be okay with that. But don't come in, oh, woe is me. I'm so sorry. I'm such a shitty person. Don't put that out there, y'all. Don't talk about yourself to the universe like that. Because that's also going to come back to you in some type of way. Whether it be that you calling yourself a shitty person and I'm late all the time is going to make you late all the time because you're speaking it into the universe, but it's also going to bring people towards you that think you're a shitty person or that treat you shitty, okay? So stop doing that. Stop saying that. Be very aware of what you're speaking. It's very important. Your mind is very powerful. All right, stop apologizing for being tired, being hungry, taking care of yourself, stuff like that, okay? Dude, if you're tired, why are you sorry? Your body is telling you, hey, you need to get some sleep, you need to rest, all right? If you're supposed to do something and you just don't have the energy to do it, you can bow out. You can call that person and with compassion and love say, hey, I am exhausted. I know I was supposed to help you today and I'm going to have to reschedule. And you can apologize, let's say, for the late notice. Maybe it's late notice. That's okay. Don't apologize for being tired though, okay? I apologize for the late notice. I am extremely exhausted and I need to take care of myself. Can we reschedule? Whatever, however the situation goes, something to that effect, right? If that person wants to be a dick about it and say, no, fuck that, you told me you was going to be here, it's last minute, no, fuck that, okay? Because you're trying to take care of yourself and now they're just being disrespectful on you trying to make sure that you're at your best self when you go help them or go hang out with them or whatever the situation calls for, okay? So don't apologize for being tired. Don't apologize for being hungry. Hey, sorry I had to eat. Sorry I had to grab something to eat. Sorry I had to make food. Why are you being sorry? Because you're nourishing yourself, you guys. Don't apologize for that shit. Too often I see people doing that. Please eat. Go eat. Stop working 12, 15, 30 hours a day and not eating anything and just pushing yourself to the limit. You're exhausting yourself, you guys. You're not getting as much done efficiently as you could because you don't have the correct energy and your mind's probably all foggy and all over the place. And you're not being able to focus, okay? Again, taking care of yourself, don't apologize for. If you're sick, if you don't feel good, again, if you're exhausted, if there's just self-care stuff that you need to catch up on, I don't give a shit. If you want to take a bubble bath and you're telling your friend, hey, you don't even have to tell them the reason. Just say, hey, I'm not able to make it today. I hope you understand. You know, thank you for your patience. Can we reschedule? Whatever. I don't care if you're doing that just to take a bubble bath or just to take a nap. Do it. That is self-care. It is absolutely #1 of importance. And your intuition is telling you, and your body is telling you these things for a reason. Excuse me, is pulling you to take a bath. Excuse me, is pulling you to go to the beach, is pulling you to go walk outside, is pulling you to take a nap, like I said, to go to sleep early, to eat that salad or eat that, whatever intuitional food is telling you. I eat intuitionally. So whatever my body tells me to eat, I eat it. And then it takes care of itself, okay? I don't care what it is either, okay? If you're pulled to eat, you know, some chicken, go eat some chicken. If you're pulled to eat, again, a salad, if you're pulled to eat maybe some dessert, maybe you haven't had any in a while and you've been craving strawberry cheesecake, go have some, you guys. Treat yourself, okay? And just stop apologizing for it. Oh, I'm going to be so fat if I eat this. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my... Stop doing that. Y'all playing the victim out there, and you need to stand in your power. Be the kings and queens that I know you are, and I can feel that you are. That's why you're here watching this, right? So you can elevate. You got this, you guys. I promise. Just stop apologizing for things. If you turn your phone off, if you don't post maybe for a few days or whatever it is, maybe it's a week you don't post. You turn your phone off for a few days or a week. You can let even somebody know, let somebody close to you know, hey, I'm going to have my phone off for a few days. Don't worry about me, but I need time away, okay? Don't apologize for that either, all right? We all need time away. We all need time to disconnect from the technical devices. It's not good for us all the time. I need to do it myself. Everything I say, I'm doing or trying to do, trust me. So I'm not just speaking to everyone. I'm trying to put it in practice every day myself, okay? But don't apologize for it, you guys. Sorry I didn't post. Sorry I wasn't here for a few days. Sorry I was taking care of myself. Stop apologizing for that. It goes back to the last category of not apologizing for taking care of yourself, okay? Sometimes we have to do that. You have to clear your mind. If you're just shoving more and more in each day and trying to do for everybody else instead of doing for yourself first, then you're going to implode and you're just going to break down, okay? Don't apologize for not knowing everything either, you guys. We're all in learning phases, different learning phases in our life, different growing phases, right? So you may be on step 2 and somebody else is on step 7. Don't compare yourself to that, and don't apologize for it, and don't judge yourself or be hard on yourself for that either, okay? Some things we just don't know, and if you learn it, don't say, you know, if somebody's trying to teach you something, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm stupid, or whatever negative things you're saying about yourself, switch up that speech, please, okay? And say, hey, I appreciate you teaching me that. I didn't realize that. I'm a little bit smarter today, okay? Don't apologize for it. Your emotions, your feelings, any of how you feel, don't apologize for that either. Now, this does not include psycho rages and anger fits and, you know, abusiveness, physical, any type of abuse. That is not what I'm talking about, okay? If you are sad, if you are feeling depressed, if you are feeling, even if you're feeling angry and you're not taking it out on anyone, right? You're just feeling angry and you say, hey, I'm just feeling angry right now, I need a minute, right? That's okay, of course, but don't apologize for it. Don't say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't feel good. I'm sorry, I feel sad. I'm sorry, I'm depressed. You're not sorry, okay? You're a beautiful being of light, and this is what you need to realize and step into that power. Your emotions and your feelings absolutely matter. So I don't know what you were told or taught. The habit as a little kid of you not being listened to and your emotions and your feelings don't matter. They do matter, my love. I promise you they matter. They matter. Number one, make them matter to yourself first and foremost. They matter to those around you who truly love you, and they do matter to me, okay? So express yourself the best you can in the most loving way, and don't apologize for it. And the last thing, but definitely not least, do not apologize for being yourself. I'm not apologizing for my face tattoos. I'm not apologizing for smoking blunts. I'm not apologizing for wearing shawls. I'm not apologizing for these patterns. I'm not apologizing for none of that shit, okay? That's who I am. That's how I want to represent myself, and I'm not sorry about it. If I'm goofy, if I trip, if I get a song lyric wrong, whatever it is, I don't beat myself up for it. I just keep on trucking, right? Because all of that goofiness is part of who I am. I'm not perfect, okay, you guys? So same with you. Do not apologize for being yourself. Don't apologize for making a joke. Don't apologize for wearing what you want to wear. Don't apologize for cutting your hair how you want to cut it or coloring it the way you want to. Don't apologize for any self-expression that you're wanting to express, okay? That you're wanting to put out there. You are beautiful. You are perfect absolutely the way you are. And, you know, let's just throw this out there. If you are wanting or, you know, wanting to attract a true love or wanting that maybe in the future sometime for yourself, being your true self is the best way you're going to attract that person who matches you the best, okay? If you're putting out any facades, any masks, any falsities out there, then you're going to attract people that are attracted to those false things about you, right? If you're abusive to yourself mentally, if you speak to yourself in a negative way, you're going to attract people that are negative and abusive towards you, okay? Because that's not your true self. Your true expressive self is beautiful and is going to speak to yourself in a positive, uplifting way. So you start doing that, and that's what's going to attract those types of people to you. If you don't want the romantic relationship, then that's what type of friends you'll have, okay? That's what type of family members you have. Granted, we all have our family members already right now, but some are more pleasant than others, let's just admit it sometimes, and they have lower vibes than others. You know, it's just not everybody's the same. So if there's more unpleasant family members or friends that are around you and you're being negative towards yourself, you're going to pull those types of people towards you, okay? So start to repel that, guys. Start protecting yourself, standing in your light, standing in your power, and stop apologizing. Be your true self, speak your truth, and love yourself first and foremost. Take care of yourself, all right? I really hope this helped. I hope it wasn't too long either. Not apologizing for that. I wanted to hold your attention, so let me know in the comments if you like the length of the video. Please, I would like some feedback. And I'll be doing some card readings. Check out any of my other videos on here, Dragon Queen Creations. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Etsy. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you checking this out, and we'll see you next time.